Hello students. In this session we will be discussing about national symbols. National symbols are an important topic of this static GK. In the previous exam and many examinations there are many questions on national symbols. Let us check what are national symbols, right? See, every country will be having some symbols which is having some importance. Like our India is also having some important symbols that will be called as national symbols. So our first national symbol will be the most important, that will be national emblem. The most important symbol, that will be national emblem. So what is a national emblem? National emblem is nothing but the signature of the government, right? So if anything government will give in according to the authority, that authority should have a signature of something called as national emblem. So what is our national emblem? Our national emblem is four-lion capital of Sarnath, four-lion capital of Sarnath pillar, which was given by Ashoka. So the most important, that is four-lion capital of Sarnath pillar, which was given by Ashoka, right? So why only this has taken as our national emblem, right? So why only four-line symbols has taken for this? Just we'll be discussing very simply why Ashoka gave something called as pillars, right? Now So what is national emblem? National emblem is something which will make the authorization, right? So for that we have taken something called as four-lined capital of Sarnath. See, in the examination point of view, this is very important. Why? Because there are many questions asked from where we have taken our national emblem. Our national emblem is taken from Sarnath pillar, because this character is very important character, that is Ashoka. As we all know, Ashoka is one of the greatest emperor of India, right? In India we are having two greats. One is Ashoka the Great, second one is Akbar the Great, and Ashoka is the first great king of India. So, and Ashoka is the person who started giving something called as pillars. In that pillars, Ashoka gave many pillars. Among them, one of the pillar is Sarnath, and other pillar, the most famous pillar, that will be Sanchi. Ashoka gave nearly from some 20 to 25 pillars, which are only for the decoration of the roads. So in that, one pillar is Sanchi pillar, second pillar is Sarnath pillar. Every pillar will be having different capital. What is a capital? Capital is something which is on the top of the pillar. So what is a capital? Capital is something which is top on the pillar. So this Sarnath pillar will be having four lions, and Sanchi pillar will be having a single lion. That means every pillar of Ashoka will be having a different capital. Our national emblem is Sarnath pillar, which is having four lions, right? Why four lions, right? Generally, a lion is the symbol of justice. Generally, a lion is a symbol of justice. Four lions are standing in four directions. That means each direction we are having justice. So four lions, four directions, that is justice in the four directions. That implies that even India is having justice in the four directions. That is why we took our national emblem as Sarnath pillar, not Sanchi, because in Sanchi we are only having single lion, but in the Sarnath we are having four lions. Four lions means four directions, and justice in the four directions. This will be our national emblem, which is taken from four-lined capital of Sarnath, which was given by Ashoka. Right? So this is our national emblem. Let's move on to the other symbol. So first one most important is national emblem, that is four-lined capital. And next most important symbol, which is many times asked in the examination, is what is our national flag? What is our national flag? So each and every country will be having a flag. Why flag? So flag is the official representation of a country. Every country which is democratic, and not only democratic, which is republic and which is sovereign, that country should be having compulsory called as flag. Even India is having a flag. Our flag is tri-colored flag. So what is our flag? Our flag is tri-colored flag. That means our flag will be having three colors. Our flag will be having three colors. First one will be saffron, second will be white, and third will be green. So as we are having three colors, our flag will be called as tri-color flag, but most of the countries will be having three colors. So how to differentiate our country with the other country? So our country is having another feature called as a chakra in the center of the white flag, which will be called as Ashoka chakra, and Ashoka chakra will be having 24 spokes. So what is our national flag? Our national flag is a tri-colored flag which is having Ashoka chakra at the center. Now, so what are the other questions asked in the examination? Recently, in one of the examination, the question was, what does saffron represent, right? So in these three colors will be having different representation, right? So what are the colors? Colors are, one is saffron, second one is white, and third one is green. All are in the same dimension. So what is the dimension? Dimension is 2:3, that is 2 into 3. So what is the first color? First color is Saffron. So what does saffron represent? Saffron represents courage as well as sacrifice. So what is the representation of saffron? Saffron is courage and sacrifice. What is the representation of white? Representation of white is peace plus courage. And what is the representation of green? Green is nothing but prosperity. Green is nothing but prosperity. See, because for getting our independence, we had so much of courage. We sacrificed many things. We are very much far ahead for something called as peace, because our country is the homeland of Lord Buddha. Who is Buddha? Buddha is the symbol of peace, and India is also the symbol of peace. Anytime in the international politics, the only country which will be having a peace in its agenda, that country will be called as India, because our flag is having something called as white. White will always represent peace, and India is a peaceful country. India is a peaceful country. India is a courageous country. India is a sacrificing country, and most importantly, India is a richest country because it is highly prosperous. If I go into the history, see, we have a person called as Muhammad Ghazni. Muhammad Ghazni came to India for 17 times. Why Muhammad Ghazni came to India for 17 times? Because he came to India to just loot India. He looted India for 17 times. Even though he looted India for 17 times, but India is still rich. That means India is highly prosperous because it is having very good agricultural lands and it is having a very rich heritage. So what are the symbols? What are the colors? Colors is saffron, which represent courage and sacrifice. White, peace and courage. Green, that is prosperity. So these are the some regular questions which are asked about national flag. So our national flag is tricolor flag, which is having 3 colors and Ashoka Chakra in the center. So how many spokes Ashoka Chakra is having? Excuse me. How many spokes Ashoka Chakra is having? It is having 24 spokes. And most important question is, what is the color of Ashoka Chakra? The color of Ashoka Chakra is navy blue. So what is the color of Ashoka Chakra? The color of Ashoka Chakra is navy blue, but don't take navy blue as a 4th color. Our flag is tricolored Indian flag and our tricolor flag. So in the options, obviously we'll be having, our flag is having 4 colors. Our flag is not having 4 colors. Our flag is having 3 colors. And the color of Ashoka Chakra is navy blue. Why we are not taking this as color? Because, but the initial flag. So when was our flag designed? Our national flag was designed by a Madras presidency person in the time of British called as Pingali Venkayya. So a Madras person called as Pingali Venkayya designed our national flag. When he designed our national flag, in center we are not having chakra, but in center we are having something called as charaka. What is charaka? Charaka is nothing but a spinning wheel. In those days, spinning wheel was most important. So our national flag was having a spinning wheel. After independence, we removed this charaka and we kept something called as Ashoka Chakra, because Ashoka is very important for our country. So we have something called as Ashoka Chakra, which will be having 24 spokes. Ashoka Chakra will be having 24 spokes. So the color of Ashoka Chakra will be navy blue, but it is not having any specific reason. So how many colors India flag we're having? We're only having 3 colors, that is saffron, white as well as green. And most important for some of the examination, in some examination the question was, will this Ashoka Chakra will touch both saffron, green, or Ashoka Chakra is completely in the white? So what will be the most, see, in the examinations you cannot answer this type of questions, because when you see this type of questions, first you'll get irritated. So what is the question? Question is Ashoka Chakra touching the both borders of saffron and green? Now see, be very careful. Ashoka Chakra is not touching saffron as well as green. That is why in our life observation is very important. So from our childhood we saw many national flags. In every national flag, Ashoka Chakra will not touch either saffron or green. Ashoka Chakra will be always inside the white color phase. Are we clear? So these are some important points of national flag. And most important current affairs of the national flag is, recently national flag is having something called as National Flag Code. So what is the National Flag Code? And recently it is having a case. What is the case? Is it compulsory to stand? Is it compulsory to stand when national flag is coming? So Supreme Court recently gave the judgment, under the roof it is not compulsory. Be very careful and repeat the statement. Under the roof it is not compulsory to stand when national anthem is playing in the background, but outside the roof it is compulsory to stand while national anthem is playing. That means, see, in the cinema halls or in the houses or in any auditoriums, it is not compulsory to stand while national anthem is playing in the background. Very, very important question. That means even cars and other automobiles cannot have back horn as national anthem, because we should pay some respect to the national anthem. It is our fundamental duty. So these are some important points about national flag. And who designed national flag? National flag was designed by Pingali Venkayya, and it was taken by our Congress in 1929 and first time hoisted by Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister of India. He is the first person who hoisted our national flag in 1929 at Lahore. So most important thing for examination is national flag, which was hoisted by Jawaharlal Nehru for the first time in Lahore, right? So are we clear? So these are the important points about national flag. Let's move on to the other important symbol. So other important symbol of our country will be national anthem. National anthem. So what is a national anthem? See, national anthem is a song which represents our country. Every country will be having a song called as national anthem. So whenever we are representing our country outside, it is compulsory for us to sing something called as national anthem. And what is our national anthem? Our national anthem, as all we know, that is Jana Gana Mana. So what is our national anthem? Our national anthem is Jana Gana Mana. But let us see some important points about this Jana Gana Mana, right? So who has written the Jana Gana Mana? We all know that Jana Gana Mana was written by Rabindranath Tagore. Who is Rabindranath Tagore? Rabindranath Tagore is the first Nobel laureate of India, or else first person to win Nobel Prize to India in the literature. So that Rabindranath Tagore wrote a song called as Jana Gana Mana, which gives the harmony of India, right? Now, so we all know that Jana Gana Mana was written by Rabindranath Tagore, but important for the examination, what is important? Where Rabindranath Tagore wrote Jana Gana Mana, or else in which book he wrote Jana Gana Mana? Be very careful. All we will be very doing this mistake. That is, we think that Jana Gana Mana is written by Rabindranath Tagore in a book called as Gitanjali, because Rabindranath Tagore is very famous for his book called as Gitanjali, but Gitanjali is the book which he got a Nobel Prize, but he did not write Jana Gana Mana in the Gitanjali. Gitanjali is complete different book. It is having no chance to have something called as Jana Gana Mana. Gitanjali is the book by which he got something called as Nobel Prize. So where did he wrote Jana Gana Mana? Actually, Jana Gana Mana is the song which is written independently for a association called as Brahmo Samaj. So what is Brahma Samaj? Brahma Samaj is one of the most important, or the pioneer of socio-religious movement which was started by other national leader called as Raja Ram Mohan Rai. We all know that Raja Ram Mohan Rai is called as father of Indian Renaissance. That person started a movement called as Brahma Samaj. In Brahma Samaj, there is another important leader called as Debendranath Tagore, and Debendranath Tagore is the father of Rabindranath Tagore. So Rabindranath Tagore is also important person, important member in the Brahma Samaj. For Brahma Samaj, he wrote Jana Gana Mana, and for the first time Jana Gana Mana was sung in 1911 in Delhi Darbar as Princess of England was coming. As Prince of England was coming, he sang something called a Jana Gana Mana to impress the prince. So that is how Jana Gana Mana came into the prime picture. But why Jana Gana Mana became our national anthem, right? Why it became national anthem? Actually, up to independence, most of the people don't know actually what is Jana Gana Mana, but the song which people know up to our independence, that is up to 1947, what is the most important song that our people know? That song is Vande Mataram. Every citizen of India know this song before 1947, because in 1905 we have a very big movement called as Vande Mataram movement, where all people's came around the streets of Kolkata and started singing a song called as Vande Mataram, and most important song. But however, after independence, people thought that Vande Mataram should become national song. But to make the Vande Mataram as a national song, there is a small flaw. What is the flaw? This Vande Mataram is having a word called as this Vande Mataram is having a word called as Hindu. As the song Vande Mataram is having a word called as Hindu, this did not become national anthem. Why? Because our Indian country is a secular country. When it is a secular country, it should not give any importance to religion. But if the word Hindu is there, it may look like India can be a Hinduistic country. So we removed Vande Mataram, and next alternative will be Jana Gana Mana, which was written by Rabindranath Tagore, most important for examination. So, which song competed with Jana Gana Mana for the national anthem? The answer will be Vande Mataram. Even Vande Mataram got more voting than Jana Gana Mana, but Jana Gana Mana became national anthem because of the word Hindu in the Vande Mataram. So, now, so these are the basic points of this Jana Gana Mana. But in the current affairs, in the examination point of view, in the current affairs, how there will be questions on the national anthem. Now, the question is, recently which of the following, the question, let me give a question. Recently which of the following persons are facing a case in the Supreme Court of India as they violated the national anthem code? And the options are A. Amitabh Bachchan, B. Abhishek Bachchan, C. Salman Khan, and D. Balasubramaniam. Now, so what is the question? Question is, who among the following is facing the case in the Supreme Court, right? So what case in the Supreme Court? They violated something called as national excuse me, they violated something called as national anthem code. What is national anthem code? Our song Jana Gana Mana, the long version should be sung in something called as 52 seconds. That means we should not take more than 52 seconds to sing Jana Gana Mana, or less than 52 seconds to sing Jana Gana Mana. So we have a person called as Amitabh Bachchan. As Amitabh Bachchan was a dignitary in one of the international World Cup, so Amitabh Bachchan sang our Jana Gana Mana for more than 52 seconds. As Amitabh Bachchan sang Jana Gana Mana for more than 52 seconds, he's facing a case in the Supreme Court. And even more recently, we have very famous heroine called as Sunny Leone. Even Sunny Leone is facing a case as she violated the national anthem code. So what is national anthem code? National anthem code is, we should not sing Jana Gana Mana more than 52 or less than 52. This will be called as longer version, and even we are having a shorter version, and shorter version should be only sung by the military people. We should not sing this shorter version of Jana Gana Mana, right? So these are the important questions which can be expected in the examination on the national anthem. So who wrote national anthem? It was written by Rabindranath Tagore for Brahma Samaj, not in the book called as Geetanjali. So this is about our national anthem. Let's move on to the other important, as we already discussed. Now, so what is the other important song other than this Jana Gana Mana? The song is Vande Mataram. As we are Indians, we cannot leave Vande Mataram alone because it is the most important song in our national movement. So what we made, we gave a special status that will be called as national song. So what is national song? Our national song is Vande Mataram. So India is the only country which is having two songs. One will be national anthem and second will be national song. That means all the other countries will be having only national anthem, but India is having national anthem as well as national song. So national song is also having same status with the national anthem, and that is Vande Mataram, which was written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in the book called as Anand Math. So what is the book? Book is Anand Math, and this Vande Mataram is having a very big movement called as Vande Mataram movement in 1905, which was started in Bengal. So these are the most important symbols for the examination, that is national emblem, national flag, national anthem and national song.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for further notifications. Download the Rankas app now for full courses.